Hey guys, end of April update to show how to update the file from day to day now that I've left you with the April 30th file. How would you do this? Okay, so this is a technical video for people who are going to be updating the file every day and want to know the step-by-step process of all the things you do, can do, need to do, learning about what all these different tabs are here for and which ones you need to update. I'm going to go through all this process. So what some things I've done and some things I've already done. So basically you need to understand there's a relationship between the results, this is your historical results of everything that you've been keeping track of for the year. In here is this results tab. There's a connection between a part of it that's related to today, the 30th. This chunk from here to here is the stuff related to Saturday, April 30th. And it's a formula. It's just an easy formula. You just press equal sign right here in the first over under run cell, and you go to the matchup sheet, and you just click right there in cell C3. And then you can then pull this formula, pull it down, you can pull it to the right, and it's going to start to connect itself to that entire matchup sheet and give you everything. So it gives you this chunk of information right here. Well, this information has everything we're logging for the day. And you can take different looks of this information when you toggle things, like the pitcher stat year changes the score of the game if you change the pitcher stat year to something else. Changes projected scores, changes margins, changes all kinds of things. And you need to make judgment calls about which ones you're using when you're not using the current year of 2022. That's a really complicated, almost another video about kind of the types of regression analysis and simulation work you can do with this file and logging different simulation results. But for just a normal human being who just wants to figure out what did I bet on, like what did I look at, it's just this information right here. And you can just simply convert it to values by highlighting the whole area, copy, and paste special values. And now it's just static values. And now if you change something over here, it's not connected anymore. Like if the Dodgers get up to a 1-0 lead, it does not say 1 for the Dodgers right here where it's supposed to, because it isn't connected. But if we put the formulas back, which now they're back, now all of a sudden it's totally connected, right? And now it'll say 1 right there, and it does. Now, at the end of the night, after you put all the scores in here, you should go back here and you should copy and paste that whole thing as values. And then go to the next day and go to the formula right here and go equal sign on the next one, go to the matchup sheet, go here, grab it, and if there's 15 games tomorrow, which there are, you pull it and you pull it down. And now you get the look for the next day, essentially. Which is that next look starting right here that I've already prepped it. Okay. Now, the reason why I'm putting it here is because I'm going to show you how we can take a look at tomorrow and freeze today, which is what I guess what I'll do. So most of these games are getting on or getting ending for the most part, and I'll just do the scores by hand after I freeze this. But I wanted to look and say, well, how was the day quickly? Because I like to glance at not a good day. Big picks are losing. Dodgers have not won yet. This is a 0-0 game. Hadn't even started yet. So it's not a good day for the algorithm. Yesterday was a good day. Sometimes it's off and on. It's early in the year. Yeah, whatever. It's going to happen. The Colorado game is still going on, I believe. Yeah, that's in the bottom of the 6th, and they're only losing 2-0. And San Diego, lost in extra innings, and Angels never had a chance. That's no good, and for some reason Atlanta can't score against Texas. But this is good, and the rest of the games, except Milwaukee, I said to take, they did well, and whatever you have down there is still going on. So it's not a good day, right? But let's pretend the day is over, because we need to talk about tomorrow, really, which this video is about. So when you go back to the results tab, well, let's just freeze all of the 30th's information right here. We're going to go right to here, copy, I'm going to paste values, and I'll make it a color, like, all right, when it's frozen, it's green, done, fine, it's frozen. Now I won't touch it. Now I know I just froze that. So now I need to know I need to update scores here when these change under the final run score. So, well, okay, well, let's pretend this day is done. All right, I'll worry about the scores later. Well, what about tomorrow? Well, luckily, I actually already grabbed tomorrow's stats. And if you go to sports betting under RotoWire, you can pick the day. I went to first right here. Show date gives you their limited stats. You export this thing as Excel right here. You grab it. I pasted it. And I pasted it right below the games from today. So I added to this list, and I pulled some formulas down here, and I added to this list. And the reason why I did that is I want to show you how easy it is to kind of start to take simulation looks at tomorrow, for example. So we've got now all these games. Not all of them have lines, but they're simply game numbers 16 through 30. That's what over here. This is the game and the game number. Well, the first set of games just ended at game 15 today on the 30th. Well, this is tomorrow the 1st. It's game 16, then game 17, then game 18, right? So all you have to do is change the game number reference here. Instead of 1, it's now game number 16. 16. And the rest of the formulas follow suit. And you get down to 30. And now, all of a sudden, we have no scores for these games. And these are all tomorrow's games. Let's give all these pitchers 2022 stats. Only person who we can't do that for is James Caprillion. So now all of a sudden we have an interesting look with no lineups yet for tomorrow. But the beauty of RotoWire, thank you RotoWire. Go to RotoWire and subscribe to their service. I pay $9.99 a month, and I get access to just download their stats, which we're going to talk about in a second as we do more updates for tomorrow. But they have tomorrow's lineups projected already. Thank you guys for filling that in. It's not going to be accurate. It's not going to be right, but it's going to be there. So guess what you can do? So you go to the lineup sheet, go right here in column L, you paste it as, destination formatting, or paste it as text if you can, and you get the lineups for tomorrow. And here they are. Oh yeah, I gotta fix this. So these are all the lineups for tomorrow. And the only thing you need to watch for is if somebody has a 0, something might be weird. Like Franchi Cordero, does he have any stats for Boston? We could check that up. We could see if he has any stats. And here's the other thing we're going to have to do for tomorrow to get this completely right. So we've got lineups in there. Great. What else do you need? You have to go to stats, basic stats. You're going to grab the batter stats right here. You're going to export this thing as Excel. Then you're going to do the pitcher one and export that. When you grab those, they go right here. In the batters, you overlay right here, starting, right here. It ends up being straight down. And you make sure that you'll see how far it goes if new players get added, but it goes right there in cell E3 of the batter sheet. The pitcher's one, you have to look at the anchor. I have an anchor right here in row 989. This is where you start pasting pitcher information. It goes right here in cell B989. It probably won't change because we won't do too much deleting or inserting above in prior year stats. So it's B989, and then you make sure that you have enough formulas. Like you got to pull formulas down here sometimes if you need to add pitchers to make sure you get the right year in there. And you'll see how far that goes. That's where the pitching stats go. Okay, so you grab those two things. You know what else you have to grab? Is you have to go to the team stats. And there are 4 different team stats. You grab the basic pitching, advanced batting, basic pitching, and advanced pitching. These 4, you're going to export all of those uniquely. You know where they go? They go right here. Team pitching, advanced stats for team pitching goes right here in this cell, and the basic for team pitching goes over here. So this is the advanced pitching. Just give you a title for it. Everyone who gets this file. And then here's basic pitching. Right? The same thing goes for the batting one, where the advanced is the first one. This is advanced batting. And this is basic batting. Right? That's where those go. Basic batting search right there, advanced search right there. So those are the 4 you grab. You can also grab an injury report, which I actually haven't done anything with yet, so it's not even, yes, it's need to work on. I never ended up doing it. Maybe I will eventually. I probably will, actually. I should do that. So now, guess what? Refresh the batting order pivot. Yep, it's clean. Now, all of a sudden, are there any lineups that are 0? The answer is yes, Eduardo Rodriguez. That's because his name is abbreviated in the lineups pivot. And we have to put his full name in here to get his lineup factor to call properly in the reference. So you can grab his name, which is right down here, Eduardo Rodriguez. Grab the text of anybody whose name is abbreviated in the lineups pivot, which is what this is. You just need to paste over it like that, and that will fix itself. And now everyone will have a matchup. Everyone will have a lineup factor, and they do. And basically, this is kind of funny. You have a projection for tomorrow before we have any confirmed lineups in, and you have some lines for some of these games. And it likes the Angels again, who didn't win tonight, but it likes them again tomorrow. But we still need to get all those other stats in for tomorrow morning so that they're accurate, because they're still only accurate as of today, so they're not fully up to date. But that is basically the process, and it doesn't go over updating people in the matrix, adding new pitchers and their whip and their ERA and the win-loss and the games and the stuff that you need. It doesn't go through that more technical area of the file, but it does everything you would need to do to update lineups, to add the odds in, right? If you need to paste stuff down, paste it in 2s. If you need to create new columns, do it like this in 2s, because it works better that way. It pretty much goes over everything, and voila, you have this preliminary look at tomorrow for those people who like to know stuff ahead of time. So it's remembering to freeze your data when you're done. Like, we're not done for the day, so I got to update all the scores for those games right here. I should almost clear this out and make it in yellow to remind myself that I haven't done this yet, right? So I need to do all these scores and put them here because it's not connected. Or we could just connect it, whatever. You could go back and reconnect it, reset it up again. But now we have a brand new connection for tomorrow, which is right here. So we want to leave that. All right, guys. That is the basic skinny of how to update this thing from day to day and all the different exports you need to use and the lineup sheet and the odds. And we touched on every sheet. I haven't done work on the injury report, but we touched on every single one of these sheets in this video. So I think you've got everything that, all the tools are here. You just need to use them. All right. Good luck, everybody. May all of your picks be winning. May all of your knowledge be fruitful as you learn to manipulate this type of program and learn how to organize data. All right. Good luck.